Here. So welcome, guys. I am very excited for our upcoming Whole Health 21-day challenge. We have, I believe, been through a lot these past few years. And I know for many of us, having a challenge helps to give us some accountability. And our goal, guys, for this next 21 days coming up here is to really work on a foundation of great, healthy habits. And what I love about this challenge in particular, we have been doing these challenges throughout the last 5 years, and every time we tailor them a little bit differently. But I really love this one because we have options for everyone. If you're someone that you're like, hey, I eat really good, I don't need this challenge. Well, you know what? You might need to focus on the self-development part of this challenge. Or maybe you're someone that says, oh, I drink plenty of water, but maybe you don't sleep very well. So maybe sleep is going to be kind of taking priorities for you over these next 21 days. So I want you to kind of start to think about here as I show you what's going to be included with the tracker, kind of start to get in the back of your mind of some of the things that, again, are going to be more important for you. Welcome, you guys that are just hopping on here. And just a really quick, introduction, because we do have some people that are joining us that I actually do not know all of that well. So I'm Amanda Villarreal, myself and my husband, Art. We live here in Zeeland, Michigan, and we have 5 children, and we have an active family. We are busy, but health is always a priority. We are always trying to learn and, implement different tips and tricks. And I am at the point now in my career where I've been doing this for over 25 years that, I realize the importance of simplicity, but also easy to implement options. If I gave you guys a program that you had to, spend hours in the kitchen and you had to follow every single check mark, otherwise you're going to be kicked out of the program, we know that is not going to create a place where you are going to reach success. So I want you to note that we have been where you're at, whether you're just starting, or maybe you're someone that is, kind of a seasoned into nutrition, into exercise. We are going to help you wherever you need that focus here, guys. But I'm really passionate about helping, inspiring people. I have, been personal training, teaching group fitness classes. I'm a nutritionist, incorporate Shackley into our business, and have been running a business now, AV Wellness, for, again, a very long time. And I love that there's so many different things that we can do and that we can work on. So our challenge, guys, you are going to see for 21 days, every day in our Facebook group, which I'll show you guys a picture of that. And you want to make sure that you are in our Facebook group, that you will see a check-in post with a picture that looks just like what's on the screen. So every day at the end of the day, I will post. Whether it doesn't matter how busy I am, I will post them from day 1 to day 21. You are going to see a post where you get to check in. And again, guys, this challenge is designed to be something that you can implement. If you have a bad day, it doesn't matter. You're going to keep going, okay? But I want you to get in the back of your mind right now that you are going to commit to sharing your tracker every day. Now, we always get this question, how do you get the tracker? Okay, you are going to be part of the Facebook group. Again, I'll show you in the next slide here. But you are also going to note that in the files section, you can download the PDF, and you are welcome to just, take a check mark and then screenshot it at the end of the day, whatever's easiest for you. Some people like to screenshot it on their phone and then go into their camera, and you can edit your picture. You look at the top on an iPhone anyways, might be a little different with an Android, but there's a pencil, and you just take your pencil and then you could just draw on your boxes that way and submit your picture. So there's several different ways. And if you can't figure out that tracker, guys, that's what we're here for, okay? I don't want you to feel like there's any dumb questions. Welcome, Brooke, you guys that are joining us here. Just know, guys, that there has to be some type of commitment to you, and I believe that at least sharing that tracker is the first step. So get it in your mind that you're going to make sure you are accountable with that. I'm going to be sharing a little bit, guys, a little about why Shackley, why are we using some of the products with this? What is a cleanse? What products are we going to recommend for this? What workouts are we going to be doing? And open it up for Q&A here at the end here, guys. So our 21-day challenge, guys, you are going to see here lots of things coming up through the next few weeks here. I have planned a lot of content and a lot of information, guys, and we have a very wide variety of people joining us this time. It's kind of interesting. We have, some professionals, we have people that work full time. We have some semi-retired athletes. We have some nurses. We have, I love the fact, guys, girls, that we can all participate at different levels of this. And again, this is not just one area of health, guys. We are going to be, giving you guys recipes, tips, working through, giving you guys some different prizes throughout. I have t-shirts, some little motivational things throughout this. So all of those giveaways are generally going to be done at the end of your day when you share your tracker. I like to do drawings from those trackers because I think it's just a motivation for you to make sure that you are sharing those so that you can be entered into those drawings. But let's real quickly here walk through this habit tracker. This is what it looks like. It might be a little blurry on your screen. So I'm just going to kind of walk through. For example, we are going to be actually starting this on Monday. So remember, Monday, January 8th, that is next Monday. If some of you maybe ordered products and you didn't get them yet, or you're still going to order, if you don't have them right away, it doesn't matter. You're still going to begin with us. Okay. We'll give you options for that. But we're going to be focusing on following a healthy eating plan. Now, what is the healthy eating plan? Okay, this is, again, there's a few different pieces to this, and that's why I want to walk you guys through this. We want to concentrate on at least 3 servings of vegetables a day. All right, somebody's going to ask me, does corn count as a vegetable? No. Do tomatoes count as a vegetable? No. I want you to be focusing on things that have a lot of dense nutrients and minerals in them. So, broccoli, spinach, carrots, kale, cauliflower, all of those, yes. Okay. 20 plus grams of protein at each meal. This is something you've been working on throughout our challenges for the last year. And I find that people really do struggle with this. I'll be giving you some tips and examples of what 20 grams of protein at each meal looks like. We are going to try to make our life shakes one of our meals each day. Now, this is where we're going to have a little bit of variance between people because some of you are doing the cleanse, some of you are not. But I would love for you, even if you're not doing the cleanse, to still incorporate as many fruits and vegetables as you can. Keep your protein lean and try to still keep out the things that ideally we would love to have less of: sugar, caffeine, gluten, dairy. Okay, so keep that in the back of mind. If you're not doing the cleanse, that's okay, but keep those things focusing as your highlight of what your diet is going to be. We also want to limit our eating to 3 meals and 2 snacks. Now, think of when you start your day, when you end your day. We're all on a little different schedule here, right? So for me, my day starts, my first class is at 5:30 in the morning. I don't eat breakfast before I teach class, so I do that after. So for me, my time of eating is going to start closer to 6:37. So my ending time of the day is going to be around the same time, 6:37. But I want you to be thinking about how you can plan to not eat within 2 to 3 hours of bedtime and to concentrate on spacing out your meals and your snacks. Okay. This is ideal for all of us. This is not just for this 21-day challenge. Okay. And as we work through those healthy eating habits, guys, we're going to be trying to get 30 minutes of movement. I'll give you some workout options. We are going to have 60 plus ounces of water a day. That's not a whole lot here, guys. If I know the Stanleys are the big popular thing right now. So, if you look at most Stanleys, you're going to have around 40 ounces right there. So 2 of those, you have it covered, right? But plan it ahead, guys. This is part of it. We got to be thinking about what we're doing and holding ourselves accountable. Read 10 pages of a self-development book. I gave you a list here. Maybe some of you have read these. If you have, great, but there's no reason you can't read these again if you have read them all, or maybe you have a different one that you would like to add here. And for some of you guys that maybe you are very good at reading self-development books, we would love to hear from you guys. Okay, so if there is one that maybe you found very helpful, please share it. I know personally, I am going to head back to reading my Atomic Habits book somewhere over here on my desk, but that is one that I'll be working through. But 10 pages, guys, we got to get back into making sure we're spending time on stimulating our brain, giving ourselves time to do more things that are helping us to develop personally. Okay, that's a big piece of our health and wellness. So 10 pages of a self-development book. Again, guys, use the chats. If you have a good book you want to suggest, put it in there. We're going to take a multitasker or a boost of your choice. Now, this is going to depend on the pack that you personally chose, and I'm going to get into those here in just a little bit. We also have some bonus content, guys. You could do a kindness call out maybe every day for, maybe not the first 7 days. Maybe you'll ease into this. Maybe you'll do it right away, but taking the time to thank someone. Very important that we are more grateful and sharing more gratitude and helping others to know we appreciate them. We're going to do one thing that helps us de-stress. Doesn't have to be anything super big, guys, because I know a lot of us are busy. Cut out screen time 1 hour before bed and get at least 7 hours of sleep. That's what this whole challenge is consisted of here. And I think that you guys are going to find that you might think that, oh boy, there's some of these I can't do. But this is our goal, guys, to see as many checks as we can throughout the 21 days as possible. Now, the content and the education I'm going to be sharing with you guys, it's not going to be just basic, hey, go eat some vegetables today. We're going to get into, my posts, a lot of them have a lot of things for you to read. Okay, so those longer posts, I'm not going to post as close together, but I want you to really take the time to read each day. I'm taking the time to put these together for you guys. I want you to take the time to really educate yourself and take this as a time to really check in with some of these things. For example, one of the posts is on a hunger scale, learning about when is the optimal time for you to be eating, and are you ever even conscious of when you're hungry? And this scale could be something you put into place more often when you get close to mealtime. It's a great tool. Same with trying to add more fruits and vegetables to your plate. Read through those things, and sometimes just getting us to realize simple things, right, can really make a difference, guys. And that's what I'm teaching every day, is trying to incorporate more easy to implement, simple solutions. You guys are going to see lots of different recipes. You will have a breakfast and bowls recipe book. You will also, for the cleanse, you're going to see a lot of recipes. If you're not doing the cleanse, you are welcome to still do the cleanse recipes and maybe add in lean chicken or lean protein with that. And we're going to talk about the cleanse here in just a moment. But I want you guys to start to understand here a little bit. First of all, why are we going to add supplements with this? Why are we looking at, for example, doing a cleanse? It's very important that we start to understand that I don't care if you eat 100% organic in every color of the rainbow. It is 100% proven that at least 1 in 3 Americans are deficient in several nutrients. And this is because our food being of less quality, we don't get the same nutrition as we used to. And this is where I feel and practice this and have taught for many years that supplementation is mandatory. And I'll tell you a real quick way that I personally got introduced to Shaklee and how I started to learn more about supplements. When I was 17 years old, I was working at, if some of you guys are local here, you'll know Imperial Sports used to be a store in the West Shore Mall in Holland. And I loved my job. And it was just a few times when we were closing at night, I was having some issues with getting dizzy. And I just thought I just wasn't eating enough, didn't really know what it meant. But it got to the point where I actually passed out a couple times. After the second time, they sent me in to have blood work done. Long story short, I have a very rare vascular condition, and they determined that this vascular condition, it's very common to be severely anemic. If you know anything about iron levels, mine was at about a 7, which is very dangerous. And that was what actually introduced me to Shaklee. Is at the time I was getting into health and wellness, trying to decide what I wanted to do with my career and my life before I officially decided to go into corporate fitness and wellness. I was shadowing a personal trainer, and she was the one that initially said, "Hey, have you ever heard of Shaklee?" And I had not. My mom worked at a health food store. I really appreciated my mom because she was very into health and supplements. And, I trusted her opinion. And she said she had heard great things about Shaklee. And I love the fact they've been around a long time. So I started out with the Vital E with iron, which is in any of your basic packs you're going to choose with iron, with Shaklee, but that is your multivitamin, guys. I started that within 2 weeks. My iron levels doubled. Back then, didn't really understand anything about it. But as I continued on my journey, it makes sense. If we are taking things that are actually absorbing, that are food-based, that are clinically proven, it can have a drastic and dramatic impact on our health. Now, why Shaklee products? 100%, guys, you want to understand this, because this is what will make it easy for you instead of going to the store and picking some random product at Meijer's, or somebody tells you to go to GNC and buy a protein powder because you think they're all the same. You need to learn this, guys. Shaklee products are tested over 350 tests above even organic standards. Supplements have very little regulations on them. Over 80% of our ingredients that are in supplements actually come from China and other countries. This is very scary. And the fact that Shaklee actually has peer review medical journal studies actually proving the products are safe, they're effective, and they work. They are also used on top athletes, Olympians, which if you know anything about Olympic testing, they are at the highest level of what you would have to have for clean products. So we know, guys, they are backed by science, they're nature-based, and they're also guaranteed. And I just posted here at the bottom, some of you guys might be in my lifestyle group on Facebook. That is where I share a lot of Shaklee information, but I just shared this yesterday. I thought it was a great thing to include. But Roger Barnett, who is the owner and CEO of Shaklee, there's only been several owners in the last 70 years of Shaklee, but he has continued to keep the same philosophy. And just in 2003, check out some of the numbers, guys, for making a difference for the impact of our environment and also for moms and kids in need. Every time you buy, for example, a kid's multivitamin, we provide one to a kid in need somewhere else. Every time that you buy a Get Clean kit, our non-toxic biodegradable cleaning products, Shaklee plants a tree. That's amazing. The things that we can be a part of, that we are making a difference long-term, and just love that. And I think it's important we do understand and know that. And also, guys, mentioning studies, this is the landmark study, which if you are thinking at all about long-term health, this is it, guys. This study by far is the top of any study I've ever seen. This was a long-term, over 20-year study. It's the only long-term study on supplements. 3 control groups: people that took Shaklee, people that took other products, and people that took no supplements at all. And check out some of these results here. The first one is one of my biggest ones that I like to highlight. I have people, I'm not even kidding you guys, that they will come and they will fill out paperwork, and they have to list in their medications, and they don't have room on my paper for all the medications they take. We see this more and more after the age of 60, that people are on the average of 6 to 10 medications. Okay, now I'm not saying there's not a need for medications, because there is. But you look at what we do for our long-term health, ideally, we want to do as much as we can naturally to not have to worry about side effects, not having that cycle of when we're on medication, it leads to another, it leads to another, that we can look at. You see the numbers here, guys, 83% lower prescription drug uses in people that took Shaklee supplements for over 20 years. 83%. And just glance through some of those other ones, homocysteine levels. And one of the other big ones there at the bottom is C-reactive protein levels. That's the amount of inflammation in your body. This one showed that after 20 years, people that took the Shaklee vitamins had 59% lower levels of inflammation in their body. Now, the interesting part, if you want to look up the whole study, I'd be happy to share the link because it's really hard to read on my screen there. But the people that took no supplements actually had much better biomarkers than everyone that took store brand supplements. Think about that for just a second in case you're multitasking, okay? So people that took no supplements were by far better off than people that took store brand all the way around. Why is that? Because if we're taking synthetic products over time, they can build up and have unfortunate side effects long term. So just to think about that, guys, be more aware. Welcome, guys. If some of you are hopping on here, welcome, Lori. So guys, this is a great book in case you guys, like to have different resources. I mention this one often because I think it leads us into our topic of why do we look at cleansing? What is the point of this? Why should we do this every so often? And in case you're just joining us now, remember, guys, the cleanse is an optional part of this 21-day program, okay? But we have so many things around us that are constantly building up, and this affects every system in our body, from our hormones to our metabolism. So we really have to find ways, guys, to keep stimulating our digestive system, our bowels, getting our colon cleaned out, and having the support of our liver, which basically collects all of our junk, to make sure that it is constantly releasing all of that. A cleanse is an ideal way to do that. And again, I'll show you guys the numbers here in just a second of some of the long-term results. Now, the cleanse is a little challenging for some of us because it is all fruits and vegetables. If you are brand new and this is your first time, feel free to, guys, put in the chat. If you've done a cleanse before, I would love to know it. Maybe share whatever you're, feeling, good or bad. Let us know. I would love to hear it. But I know many of the people that do this always do it with us regularly. Once or twice a year is what this is designed for. We do not do this every month. Okay. So just note that if you are someone that is diabetic, maybe you need to keep a little protein in, you could still use the shakes. You could still keep maybe some boiled eggs in there. Fine. Okay. But we are going to work on all fruits and vegetables. And we have the box that is going to give us the little morning and night supplement packets. Now, I know there's a couple of you guys that said, hey, I have my own vitamins. I already have everything that's in the packets. Great. You can just put them in containers though, so you don't forget what you've taken, separate them morning and nights. But our goal, guys, is to eat all fruits and vegetables 7 days. Okay. I'll give you a grocery shopping list. I'll give you the recipe guides. Okay. And this is what this group for is, for you guys to come in here, let us know, how you're doing. And I don't know if you guys caught that back there. I'm going to make sure I highlight that. See that little 21-day whole? That is the name of the group. If you're not added yet, make sure you are in that. See that 21-day whole health? That's the picture that you'll see. That is the Facebook group. This is only for people that are doing the challenge. Nobody else will be added, guys. This is private. So don't be afraid to come in and ask us questions. All right. But this is kind of the results after 7 days. And again, these are just, I think, very important things to highlight. Even the example of weight loss. All right. Now, if you note here, guys, that after 7 days, I'm not a big, hey, go on a quick diet and lose 5-10 pounds, because that's not creating long-term success. Again, yo-yo dieting, right? That's not the goal. But what they found is this helps ideally to reduce our waist circumference. You guys look at health risk factors that come from storing body fat around your waist. Extremely important that we can decrease that. So I love the fact that that is part of what this focuses on, along with, guys, some of the things like cravings and not sleeping well, having, brain fog, so common. I know some of us, actually, I've been hearing from a lot of people lately that, they've been sick. There's a lot of different, upper respiratory and things going on. And some of that can really linger, and it can make us feel oftentimes not able to focus, and we don't know why. We just don't have the same energy level. This cleanse, guys, will be great for you, but I want to encourage you, don't give up after day 2, day 3. That's a lot of times when we're just getting the hang of it, but we start to struggle energy wise. We got to push through. I promise you will feel better in the end. But I also want you to think about, guys, because of our diet being so different and eating so many more processed foods today, that's part of the reason cleansing is more important. We're eating a lot of things that are hard to digest. Think of how long, for example, red meat can take over 3 days to break down in your body. Think about a lot of the foods we are eating. If they're coming from resources that we don't even know because it was made in a test tube somewhere, who knows how long it's going to take for that to break down. So over time, could even be medications, could be environmental factors, could be many things, even from our past, guys. Believe it or not, some of those things accumulate, and over time, that can be a huge risk factor to lead towards disease. And so we want to make sure that we are regularly, allowing ourselves to make sure our bowel movements are consistent. It's something we don't talk about a lot, but believe it or not, guys, and we'll have some slides on this throughout our journey here, but what comes out of you is a big indicator of your health. And we want to make sure we're not seeing some of these early signs of constipation. And I don't think, some people are scared to talk about this topic, but it is, something you're going to have in your packet morning and night is a product called Herblax. There's 1 in the morning and 2 at night. And that is a great product because it really does help too. It's not so much a laxative as it is a detoxifier. Okay. So we are really trying to work. People take Herblax every day. It's not going to be like a Miralax. So you will notice that it's very gentle, but whether you go too much or you don't go enough, this is going to help regulate you. So here's your morning packet and your night packet. If you're not familiar what's in those, guys, and again, if you have your own products, feel free to take a picture of this so you remember what you need to be taking morning and night. But one of those products that's in there, along with the Herblax, just want to make sure you guys understand why you're taking these things. But there's something in there called alfalfa. That is one of my favorites. It's a little green vitamin. I know on my on the Zoom, guys, you can't see me, but if you're on our Facebook group, you can. But the little green vitamin, they're round, they're pretty small, but it is extremely alkaline. This is kind of interesting. And I wrote this down because this is something that I think is pretty impressive. But most fruits and vegetables are 1 to 10 units alkaline. These alfalfa tablets are actually 130 units alkaline. So what the heck does that mean? If our bodies are too acidic, guys, alkalinity definitely is affected by more sugars, and we want our bodies to be able to be more regulated. So having, our bodies more alkaline is very important. And that's why a lot of people actually take these on a daily basis. But this is not like what cows eat, right? This is not, hey, these actually grow. Okay, these plants grow 15 feet, exactly, in how they process these. They do not use any pesticides, chemicals, but these have trace minerals in them. Perfect to help with removing heavy metals from your body. People use these as a natural antihistamine. Personally, I use these for swelling in my leg, but you can also use these. It has antifungal properties. Generally, the recommendation is 1 for every 10 pounds of body weight. We're only taking 10 alfalfa, which for some of us, you think that's crazy. It's not, guys. I've taken 20 a day for about 20 years. So I can tell you it is perfectly safe to take more if you're maybe an athlete or someone that has an injury. Pump yourself with alfalfa, guys. I can tell you story after people that have recovered from injuries extremely quickly by using alfalfa. The other thing that's going to be in there is something called liver DTX. That is designed to, again, helping with liver, guys. If your liver's starting to slow down, you're going to have so many issues with, again, your intestinal tract, with bowel movements. Your liver gets all the junk, right? And if it's not working properly, that junk stays in our body. So liver DTX, if you've had your gallbladder removed, for example, liver DTX would be a great thing for you to take on a daily basis, because your liver is going to be taking the brunt of now having an organ that is no longer there. Also, Herblax, we talked about, and our Optiflora DI, that is a white, it's a little bit longer capsule that actually has 4 different strains of probiotics in it. But guys, gut health is a big part of this, right? So some of you guys are already taking vitamins. If you're taking Shaklee, great. But remember, this cleanse, guys, is designed fruits and vegetables. You're not going to be hungry. Remember, focusing, all of us are doing 3 meals a day, 2 snacks. We are trying to eat as much raw as we can here. You know, soup, stir fries, and salads are the first thing to come to mind. I know some of us have some staple recipes. Sweet potato hash is one of ours. We always do a spaghetti squash with something like Oreo sauce. Find a clean sauce that you can use. You know, plenty of just, you know, fresh. Think of whole, think of raw, what's in season. Oranges, pomegranates, think about those types of fruits. Going to be much healthier right now because, again, the closer you can get your fruits and vegetables to home, the better, and the more nutrients they're going to have. But don't worry, guys, we will help you and make sure that you know exactly what you need to be doing for next week for the cleanse. All right. Okay, guys, I don't see any questions yet. We're doing good. Welcome if some of you guys are hopping on. Welcome, Glenda. All right, guys. So we have 3 different options for participation. Now, first thing I want to know, remember I did all that talk a little bit ago about supplements? Because the supplement piece is key, guys. I'm kind of assuming that many of us, because a lot of you guys are already Shaklee customers, that you've already been using Shaklee products. Some of you I know are also with me 20 plus years here, and you want to have that basic foundation. Okay. So if you already have that, I love that these 2 bundles were created. Actually, there's a complete bundle or a core bundle with some of our new products that I'm going to talk about here in a second. But if you're brand new, you're going to want to make sure that you have a staple program in place. So the Meology is going to be a great way to begin. The Meology is going to give you some customized vitamins. This is mine here. So I actually have 2 packets I take a day that has everything I need for my multivitamins to, you know, my omegas, something for my immune system, osteomatrix for my bone health. But you'll take this assessment and that will lead you to what pack. There's also something called Vitalizer. This would be something that, you know, our older kids take. And this is a great strip option. Same thing. It's going to be time released, but you would take 1 of the strips a day. Has your multivitamins in it, has B, has C, your little probiotic. You would take 1 of these a day, not this whole strip there. But that is also a great staple. Okay, so you can choose, guys, how you're going to start your foundation. If you're already taking vitamins, keep taking them. If you're taking medication and you're doing the cleanse, keep taking your medication. We don't change that, guys, okay? But I would start to encourage you, today is Wednesday, to start to think about over the next 3 days, start to get rid of some of the junk in your house. Start to prepare, start to clean out your cupboards a little bit, start to get yourself refreshed for what you're going to be doing for yourselves. And I can tell you guys a big tip always, if you don't have junk around, you're not going to eat it. But if you don't have good food around, you're going to find bad food. So we need to, again, get ourselves prepping now. I find the most successful people with every time we do a challenge like this is the people that will prepare. So start asking questions, start getting, you know, ready to go. You guys are going to start seeing those guides posted in the group here for cleanse recipes and ideas for you. But you're going to have your staple vitamins. All right. Then you're going to pick your, if you are brand new, I want you to make sure that you reach out because I want you to know that you can order this a little bit differently. This Ready Set Wellness Pack, you'll get your vitamins, you'll get your life shakes. If you pick one of those boosts, which we're going to talk about in a second, one of the new, they are brand new multitasker products, they're called, but it would be the Up and Going, the Rest and Rewind, or the Good Gut and Go. If you pick one of those for the month of January, you can actually get the cleanse for free. Okay, you're going to put in a code at the end, cleanse, and that will give you the code. That will give you the cleanse free. That's the best value, guys. If you're brand new, that's going to be the way you want to go. But you guys that are already in Shaklee, I've seen some of you guys ordering these packs. Great. I'm going to kind of walk through what is in these really fast. Okay, the 21-day whole complete bundle that has your life shakes. We're all going to be doing those after the 7 days after the cleanse. We add in the life shakes. Okay, unless you are doing them for the first 7 days, fine. But if we're doing the cleanse, remember, we're trying to wait till after to start adding in the protein. There's also something in that complete bundle called the Energize. That is an amazing pre-workout, guys. I love it. It is a great flavor. It has beta-alanine in there. It's a great way to get some lasting energy. I find that it does not act as a, you know, crazy stimulant, which a lot of the pre-workouts we got to be careful of. Then we also have in there our new multitaskers, all 3 of them. So that is a great value, guys. $229. It's a $320 value, so it's almost $100 savings. The other bundle is the core bundle. Still has your life shakes, does not have the pre-workout, does not have the cleanse. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. But it does have, again, the 3 multitaskers. All right. So feel free, guys, you have questions about those to let me know. But I did want to just talk really quickly because I know some of you are maybe wondering what are these new products that you're starting to see. And it's a great question because as new things come out, I think it's important we highlight and educate. And one of the things we are finding today that people want more and more of is convenience, and they want non-pill options. So all three of these you are seeing here, guys, are going to be a stick. It is a powder, so you can have it as a drink. And personally, I think that is a great idea because we can get people to drink more water. We can bring these with us very easily, and we don't have to have these with food like a lot of times we do with our supplements, okay? So let's just walk through what these are. So if maybe one of your goals, that's why these are included in the packs, guys, because it kind of works on some of our targets. If you are one that says, I really need to work on my sleep, perfect. You're going to try that rest and rewind and make sure that you are consistently doing that every night before bed. This is a great option that is non-melatonin, because I feel like that's what's in most of our sleep products today. But this is a combination, guys, of things that, you're going to find is very calming. And for people that have used it so far, I've had great success with people saying it helped them to fall asleep much faster and to stay asleep. And they felt much better in the morning. So I love a tea option. I think that's great before bed, no caffeine. The Good Gut and Go. And if you guys notice, all of them have two properties to them. That's why they're called multitaskers. People want to get more benefits and not have to use as many things. And I like this philosophy. The Good Gut and Go is a combination for gut health and regularity. And I know a couple of you on here actually had asked me, if I already take for example, the Meology or the Vitalizer strip, it has a probiotic in it. Do I need to add this? Absolutely not. If you're doing good with the probiotic, you don't need to add another one. But maybe what you're using isn't working real well, or maybe you need an option for your kids. This is a great one, guys. Perfect on the go too, because you can, take this with you when you're traveling. It is really good mixed with, there is something called the raspberry sustained energy boost. Amazing mixed together with that for a little energy with the benefits of the pro and prebiotic. So it has fiber in it too, guys, 3 grams of fiber. So that's great. And then the Up and Glowing, the two benefits, energy plus beauty. This has a combination of your collagen with green tea extract. So it has a really good flavor, guys. That one is actually really good warm, but people are finding with collagen sometimes. And again, you take collagen, maybe you use the collagen 9 and, I put it in my smoothie every day. That's great. It's 10 grams of protein. It's a perfect add-on, but some people like to have this and not have to mix into something else. So this would be something you could have on its own, and it actually has a great flavor. So that's kind of the new multitaskers. There's 2 more coming soon here, guys. For those of you that have been, wondering what they are, I'm going to be talking more about these this Saturday, January 6th. If you are local, Shackley's doing a big kickoff broadcast at 1 o'clock. You're welcome to come over here and watch them with me. They give all the new incentives. They're going to talk about these upcoming 2 other products. One is called Cheer Up and Chill Out. I love it. It's a new gummy, and it is perfect for ashwagandha, stress relief, anxiety. I think people are going to find this is going to be a really powerful product to add in for those of us that really need some help with more calming options. So I'm very excited about that one. And the other one, for some reason, Flow and Flora, that's the other one. So it's designed for helping with periods and keeping you more regulated. So again, great option for teenagers and women. So guys, watch for those coming very soon. All right, guys, in our workout, so you're going to see a few things being posted. Now, I know there are some of you, I have one of you that reached out that's going to be having surgery soon, a foot surgery. So there's going to be certain things you can't do, but I will give you options. If you're like, hey, I can't do any of these ones that you're providing, let me know and I will find something you can do. All right. That's what I do, guys, is try to make sure that we have the things that are going to make you successful. Now, the first workout you're going to see posted is from a Shackley friend, Christine Van Tiest. She is also a personal trainer. And then the other 2 you're going to see from me is a Just Stretch and a Cross Training 2 workout. 20 minutes each. Our goal, guys, is not to make things more complicated. I want you to see that you can fit health in. You will notice huge benefits if you continue to be active, and you can implement these workouts, guys, throughout the 21 days as much or as little as you want. Notice we have 30 minutes of movement a day. So maybe you do the 20-minute workout, but then you still have 10 extra minutes, right? So you're going to go for a walk or you're going to fill it in with something else. So, but that's going to be our goal here. And you also have, guys, options on our app. So if you said, hey, I can't do those workouts, and again, I just had surgery on my foot, I will give you a chair workout you can do, or an upper body workout you can do. There's always something we can do, guys, to make fitness work for us. And we don't want to look at when we have an obstacle as a reason to stop. All right, guys, I want you to be committed. I want you to focus on whole health for the next 21 days. All right. Now, I haven't heard from any of you yet, but if you are planning to do the cleanse, I would love to know that, because I'm going to kind of gear, guys, when I ask these questions throughout, the group here, you're going to see different things that I'm asking. then that helps me determine what content I'm sharing. Okay. So if I know there's only 2 people doing the cleanse, I'm probably not going to be sharing as much as if I know there are, more people focusing on just wanting more protein options. So if you guys are doing the cleanse, comment, let me know. That would be very helpful. So I can make sure that I know, I'm not doing it by myself, but me and Art will be doing the cleanse too. We always try to participate as we're, encouraging other people to do it. But guys, real quick, this is a perfect statement. I will be sharing this in one of our posts also throughout the 21 days, but habits are not a finish line to be crossed. They are a lifestyle to be lived. That's what we're working on, guys. We want to create habits. They're going to be lifelong. We're working on changes. They're going to instill into our overall health forever, right? This is not a quick fix. This is not a magic solution for health, but we are going to help identify things that we personally need to work on. And we're going to do it, guys. That's our goal. We're going to do this together. And again, don't be scared. Ask questions. Reach out, guys. Any questions I can answer for you right now, though, feel free to unmute yourself or put them in the chat box. I'd be happy to address those real quick. Hopefully I covered everything, guys. But if I missed anything, maybe that you noticed I forgot to add, please feel free to let me know that too. So, all right. If I don't see any questions, guys, it's good to see many of you on here, guys. And this was recorded. So if you want to invite people to do this with us, I would encourage you to, guys. People need this. This is, again, I feel like one of the best challenges because it's so entailing of many areas that we can focus on. And again, not just diet, not just exercise, but everything. So share this with people, guys. I'll put the recording in our whole health group. And if you don't see that, feel free to reach out and I'd be happy to share that link with you that way too. All right, guys. Well, Happy New Year. I'm super excited. We kick off next Monday, and it's great to have you guys with us. So take care, guys. Have a great night.